Warning, the video you are about to watch features YouTube user ToonCriticY2K. If you are unaware, this user is admitted to committing crimes that are, but not limited to, pedophilia. As a result, he will be cut out of new recordings, but he still remains in this one. If this will bother you, then that would be a good time to click off the video and wait for the condensed version that will come out after each session. While we are committed to entertainment, one of the goals of these videos is to raise further awareness of these allegations. We respectfully understand if hearing Toon will cause more distress than entertainment. For those who are interested, we implore you to pay close attention to ToonCriticY2K's actions, as they can potentially provide valuable insight into the working of a mind like his and help one better protect themselves. Viewer discretion is advised.
I should have rolled Intimidate.
Ivan, you're up. I'm not sure if there's really...
Unfortunately, that wouldn't have worked. You can't use Intimidate twice on the same creature.
Oh, okay.
I was going to say, I'm currently playing a song, so I can't play another song, right?
Well, you can, actually. You can switch over songs, and your songs do have, like, lingering effects.
Oh. Then I can play... I can actually play Song of Greatness to give him some extra HP.
Oh!
There you go.
Oh, every little bit helps. Because I still don't know if I'm going to be able to survive this.
It'll give you an extra additional 10 HP, and also an extra 2 attack as well.
Wait, I don't understand. My strength total is 21. Why is it a 7?
Because it's your modifier.
That's the actual stat. Your modifier is not 21.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Thank you.
Okay, so your Inspire Greatness.
No, I said Song of Greatness.
Well, yeah, it's a song of inspiring greatness.
Yes.
Okay.
Whatever.
Okay, so yes. Okay, for 5 rounds thereafter, 2 bonus hit dies, so rolling 2 more d8s for Owen. That's
Oh
a
my
10.
gosh, I'm an idiot.
What?
I forgot to cast Mage Armor on him.
Oh, it's alright. It's
okay.
alright.
He's
Okay.
pretty well protected, so...
And a +2 competence on attack rolls and a +1 competence bonus on fortitude saves.
Okay, another fortitude modifier and +2 on attack rolls.
Pardon me.
No, stop it.
Sorry.
Yep. So yes, that is swapping you're swapping a song. And next, what else are you doing, Ivan?
Well,
How
that was
many hit
my...
points? 10 hit points, was it?
10 additional hit points, yeah.
Alright. I'm up to 188 then.
Alright, Ivan, you doing anything else?
I'm trying to see if there's a spell I could use to help the dwarves, even though I'm extremely far away. I don't think there is.
What was that song that you... Well, somebody had done something at one point that gave everyone double movement speed. I don't remember who it was.
It was Ivan.
Yeah,
the flea. Or,
Expeditious
retreat.
Retreat, but wasn't that just me, or was that everybody?
No, that was everybody.
I can use that then, but I think I have to be within touching distance.
You do?
Check your spell list.
I'm pretty sure that was a mass effect.
I think I actually know him.
Unfortunately, that is a personal spell.
Oh.
Is it?
What did I do? What did I do last?
Boo. We must have misunderstood it the last time we used it.
Yeah.
Well. Pretty sure there's nothing else I can do right now.
What?
No, it was a good thought.
No, I would agree with you, but I knew I knew there was something I was missing on that.
I am turning into dirty meme trash. Every other word that is coming out of my mouth is a bloody meme. I'm gonna kill you all.
I had nothing to do with it.
Just out of curiosity, freedom of movement. That negates all movement spells, but they're exhausted, so I don't think that's really going to do much for them, right?
That's more of like if they're paralyzed or...
Yeah.
Well, some people are paralyzed.
Are they still paralyzed?
Yes.
Well, Orcum's physically paralyzed.
Actually, the rest of the dwarves are paralyzed too.
Yeah,
Well, they're able to crawl, but not for very far, so that's why.
So do you think if I use freedom of movement, they'll be able to go faster?
Yes.
Probably, yeah.
Freedom of movement. I gotta see if that's touch. I'm not sure if it is.
Please be.
Freedom of movement enables you to move and attack normally for the duration of the spell, and it's you or a creature touched.
Darn it.
Darn it.
Ah,
It was a good idea.
Thought.
It was a good thought.
Thank you. Well, we all have such good ideas, and it's like the spells are all against us.
Curse you, rules!
I think, is that it? Or
I think
That's the best I can do, I think. I'm sorry.
that's
Oh,
fine.
you're good.
you don't have something perfect. How dare?
I'm quiet.
Anyway,
I'm trying to redeem myself.
anyway, it's Mike's turn. I think.
How?
Yeah. I think it is your turn. I guess. If Ivan's done.
Ivan, are you done?
Actually, wait, no, I'm not. Hang on a second. I'm sorry. I have a plan. I want to try something. I think I have a plan here. I'm looking up Shadow Walk right now.
Oh,
Oh, I get it. That's not a bad idea.
that's a pretty good idea.
Let's see. See if this works. If this will load for me. The D&D wiki is very slow.
Yeah, it is.
Unfortunately, to use Shadow Walk, you would have to be able to use. You would have to be in an area of shadowy illumination.
Right, you need a shadow to be able to walk through the shadows.
He can't use
Exactly.
his
The
own.
only shadow is way up here.
He can't use his own.
No.
Because think about it. If I go to the Shadow Realm, I'll disappear, and I won't be able to use the shadows.
Yeah, your songs would be gone from us too.
Yeah. So, not a good idea.
All right.
Well,
Actually, wait. I'm sorry.
one more thing.
All right, last try. Is Jaminia still able to use any spells at this point?
She does have a natural spell that she can use called Darkness. She used that during the throne room.
I have a plan.
Right.
All right. Well,
You're gonna-
it has to be Jaminia's turn, though, doesn't it?
Yeah, but you can delay your action.
You can delay your action.
I'll delay my action.
Okay, delaying your action. Are you gonna yell your plan out to Jaminia?
Yes.
All right.
Should I use Whispering Wind, or is my voice loud enough that it'll carry?
Your voice is loud enough.
Okay.
Say it.
Jaminia! I
She-
have a plan! You need to use your darkness enchantment!
All right. She looks towards you and she's not really comprehending the plan, but she shrugs it and she kind of gives you a thumbs up.
Trust me on this one.
Okay, Jalarim, it is your turn.
I guess keep on dragging these guys away.
Yep.
Yes. All right. Let's see what. All right. Let's see. Hope I don't break my back on this one.
Oh, I just popped mine.
Okay, not bad.
Yep. You managed to pull him away. Cross, your turn.
I'm gonna try to do the same. I'm gonna try to do with the Verdoc here.
Well, Verdoc and
Okay, so working a little bit better here. You managed to get Furdog into a fireman's carry, and yes, he is very heavy, but you managed to put him on your shoulders and run.
Just don't do an attitude adjustment on him.
I thought we tried to get him on.
What's
Cross is doing
Murdoch?
his own thing.
Verdoc was on Shiloh.
Not really. It's like he was too heavy and fell off.
All right.
That's what Cross noticed as like, hang on, I'll take care of this.
Okay.
There you go. Carrying this very, very fat man on your shoulders, and you are helping with us. All right. It is now the Balor's turn.
Oh boy.
I'm going to get my Knowledge Arcana ready.
Yeah, please do, because we're kind of like, yeah.
All right.
This is still terrifying.
I am shaken. My adrenaline is up.
Freaking half a year later, this jerk is still freaking terrifying.
And considering how bad luck my rolls have been, I am not very confident of surviving this, so shush.
There's something about the Balor's presence that just hexes your dice.
Yeah, a little bit.
All right. He begins to cast a spell. Yeah, you got got it ready?
Yeah, she rolled 30 for Knowledge Arcana.
31.
Oh, 31, sorry.
I didn't add I don't know how to freaking do. You know what? We'll just add it.
I don't either.
Just
I
add,
don't either.
add one afterwards.
Yeah, we can't do it manually. We're just gonna have to remember.
He teleports.
Oh, you're kidding.
Oh no.
and attempts to attack Jaminia.
This thing can teleport?
Please tell me that 28 is not as high as her armor class. The has
well,
me.
Well, I could tell you that, but I'd be lying.
Oh.
Yes, unfortunately, both attacks managed to strike her, but she was able to dodge the entanglement. So she's effectively like it's trying to wrap around her leg, but she's not. This isn't happening again. She is like pretty much dodging the wraparounds with perfect grace.
But she's taking damage throughout, I assume?
Yes.
She's gonna need to use lay on hands on herself.
Yeah, so it's...
Well, Rose, can we get you back up here? Because we're gonna need healing spells, and I've got other ideas.
Alright, I'll do what I can.
Drop King Orkram on the...
I have every intention of doing that, yes.
Alright. Jaminia casts Darkness.
Whoa! Hello. I can't see.
I see me.
Right.
I don't see
and
me.
that is Ivan delaying his action. And as Ivan has delayed his action, Ivan runs up to a group of dwarves and tells them all to touch each other.
Well, they
And
are all pretty much all touching each other already.
Yeah, and he grabs them all with his shadow walk and moves through the moves. I need you to cast it for me, please. I need to know how many you're saving.
Can I just say, I love this assertive Ivan. It's like really cool.
Yes.
Okay, success. You cast your spell. 14 creatures.
Aha!
Nice!
Nice!
Oh, that's a relief.
Man, you adorable firefighter.
Good job, Ivan.
Thank you.
I hope that this hasn't ruined the idea I had, because I may not be able to act the way I was expecting.
All right. He manages to grab all of the dwarves, including Jaminia, and deposit them in a place behind him, and behind the rest of the group.
You guys will be safe here. Just stay put.
Okay, and last time she cast this, she was able to sort of make it go away.
Yes.
Okay, yay!
Yes!
Ah!
Oh,
Woo!
That was awesome.
Ivan, you hero!
Good job, Ivan!
Up!
Great
top,
work,
my
Ivan.
man.
All right. Jaminia kind of. It's like, wait a minute. Who? Oh.
Oh.
That was
Oh, Shadow Walk.
Phaethern, your turn.
I'm going
Now-
to...
Now that all the dwarves are in safety, I need the rest of you to get relatively close behind me, but make sure you are not close enough to the Balor.
Got it.
How close should we be?
Close enough to where you can be within, say, 10, 15 feet? 20 at the most?
I mean, I'm already there.
I trust you, Owen.
All right.
First, I have to see if I live long enough to make this work.
All
Okay,
right.
I'm moving up. I'm moving
All
up.
right. Jaminia still has not moved. So
Jiminy, what are you thinking?
Jaminia's moving up to Owen.
Okay.
Hang on, let me check my spells here, because I had an idea.
All right, Rose.
Hey!
What?
Yeah, no, it's Phaethern.
Oh, sorry, my bad.
Dude, I just don't exist anymore. How rude.
We love you.
Oh, I wish I could cast Hideous Can I cast Hideous Laughter on this thing?
Spell resistance.
Right. Oh. Darn, I had an idea, and now I can't remember what it was. Oh, come on. Think. Well, I guess
You wanted to cast Mage Armor on him.
Oh, right. That was what I was going to do. For that, I have to actually move closer to him.
If that stacks with everything else I've got on, and
It's another +4.
Yep.
okay,
I almost clicked Mage Hand. I am herpa derping today.
Going to lift him up.
Faye Thurin has now touched Owen.
Yeah, I know.
Hey, it's not. It's vice. It's the other way around.
All right.
So, Josh, you've got to add another 4 AC to my total.
Holy cow. Okay.
Yeah, beef up the wolf.
Said
Beef up the
everything.
dwarf. This
Okay.
dwarf
No.
is gonna be huge.
If we ain't had a Hercules before, we got a Hercules now.
That is amazing right now. Oh my gosh.
What's he at?
I highly doubt that this was the way that Josh had this planned.
I think.
No, I
38.
think he did. I think this was all. I mean, buff up Owen. Can you imagine? Like that's already, but that's been an OP strategy from the beginning. Now telling everyone to buff him up. Man.
Technically, the strategy was to buff up Amber.
Yeah,
That was usually the strategy. Yeah.
that was usually the strategy, but now I have. There's
Okay.
no way I can hack this thing without
Okay,
dying.
so yes, that has buffed you up. You are now at 38.
Woof!
Woohoo.
You said he was at 35 earlier, and then he just
No,
got
he's at 34. Now he's at 38.
Oh boy.
Rose,
Alright.
what else have you got?
Well, for right now, I will follow orders. And hey, Jaminia, how's it going? Hold on. Oh my gosh, I was just looking at it. Where did it go?
Somewhere
Well,
beyond seeing. It left to a place beyond seeing.
Oh, what the heck? Oh, I'm sorry. I'm not clicking my mouse.
Yes.
Whoa, there we go. Yeah,
So Jaminia's in Tierra.
Jaminia's wounds healed says, oh, you didn't need to do that, but thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Unfortunately,
they're close.
other than summoning something, that's all I've got.
All right, the dwarves are, the paralysis has worn off, and the dwarves are now running.
Get the heck off my dog! Freaking dwarven king.
The dwarves are now fleeing. Give me 1 second.
Okay.
Yeah, Verdok also jumps off Cross's back and starts to run.
What about King Orkram?
Working on it.
Okay.
King Orkram stops for a little bit, but then he continues running off.
No, I should have gave him a healing spell, a healing potion. I think I have like 5 of those.
No point. If he's well enough to run, then he's fine.
I don't think he got much damage himself.
Okay. Owen's turn. This is it.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
Gone punch it.
Okay.
Yeah. This is not
Bull rush this
what I'm
thing.
really looking forward to because any number of things can go drastically wrong.
I am praying to Amarta.
Amarta.
Amarta, sorry.
Or Tamara, depending on what
Camera Amarta.
At least
All right.
attempts to.
Let's go for a bull rush and a grapple.
All right, go for it.
Ooh.
Okay, so grapple him.
Grapple. Let's see how well this works.
Oh, that is beautiful, and that is beautiful. You are, even though his flaming body is scorching your armor, scorching the clothing on your armor, scorching your hair, scorching your beard, and frying a little bit of your face, you managed to hang on.
Yes!
Woo! Come on, Owen.
If any of you have any spells left to reduce his saving throws, now is your best chance.
Thurin, that's on you.
You take 12 damage from the Valor's fire.
That's not too bad. I can handle 12 damage.
All right. So yes, this giant dwarf is wrestling this giant freaking demon.
Can we get some art of this noise right here?
Right?
All right, Amber, it is your turn.
What can I do?
You've already intimidated him, so that's helpful. That's reduced his saving throws.
Well, that's already run up for one round. You want me to do it again?
If you can keep up the intimidate, make it last longer, maybe that's something?
All right.
Wait, I thought you can only do it once per creature.
Yeah.
Can I only do it once, or can I do it again?
Leave it on the DM to decide. I just want to make sure that the Intimidate lasts long enough for everyone to get the saving throws down as far as they'll go.
Yeah, you can do it again.
Okay, come on. Deep breath, deep breath, deep breath.
You got this, Amber.
Okay, that's
Okay, let's see.
Better.
How it does.
Now add on the other step to it.
that's 30.
Okay, he rolled an 8.
Josh has to roll multiple times, actually.
Isn't that 20?
Yes, thank you for reminding me. That was a 14, but I'm taking the 8. That is a 27. Your intimidate has overcome.
I intimidated it?
For this first time, this Balor is actually feeling threatened.
Are you serious?
Great.
Yes. Yes.
Yaga, pothead.
All right, Ivan, it is your turn.
Okay. I do have one spell that might be able to help. It's actually got a really large radius, so I might be able to, I might be able to hit him. That is, where is it? I had it.
Take it easy.
Hypnotic pattern. Hypnotic
pattern. Cast it.
Yep, that will actually daze him and and charm him, and it'll keep him distracted while Omen does his work.
Okay.
And it'll hopefully keep him from struggling. So I'm gonna cast it right now. And it's a 30-foot radius, so it should hit him.
No. What? You're way more than 30 feet away, dude.
Yeah, you're far away, dude.
Shoot.
Wait, where are you anyway? I can't even see.
Oh, you're
Where
under
are you?
By Starjay.
Oh, there he is. Okay.
Ivan, you gotta get
The range of it is 100 feet plus 10 feet per level.
Oh!
So that's not.
Okay.
And the lights are within a 10-foot radius spread, so you can cast it.
Okay,
Go
so
for
I'm
it.
gonna.
Oh yeah, you got room.
Just as long as it doesn't hit Owen.
I got room. Well, should I scream to him to close his eyes?
Now, I assume the creature's big enough
Probably
to
already
work.
is.
Yeah, considering he's in fire right now, I don't imagine his eyes are open.
Yeah, good
Alright.
point. Okay, so I'm gonna do it.
Okay, cast it.
Cast it. Oh wait, I gotta click my character.
Click your character, then your spell.
Yeah.
Yeah. Where am I again?
Right down there.
Down there.
You're underneath Starjay.
Underneath. Oh yeah, there I am. Hang on one sec.
This is one of the most epic battles we've ever done.
Yeah.
Kraken.
There I am.
Definitely one of the most terrifying.
Click on him and click hypnotic pattern.
Yep,
Right.
I got it. It's right here.
There you go. Oh.
Fascinates 13 hit die of creatures.
That's not a 13 hit die creature.
Yeah, and unfortunately, yeah.
Did not work.
You didn't
Well, if you
move,
don't
though.
move, you can cast it again.
What's the hit die of the Balor? Or
The hit die of the Balor is a wee bit more than that.
a wee bit more, so if he tries again, he has a chance?
Is that a sarcastic wee bit more?
Is that a sarcastic or a real wee bit?
You know, I don't have anything else I can do at the moment. I'm gonna risk it. I'm gonna do it again.
Try again.
go-
Yeah. That's all you can do.
need to move up closer to me. Everybody needs to move up
Yeah,
closer.
that's true. You need to be closer to us, dude.
You're
Okay.
right.
Okay, so moving closer.
Yes.
Okay.
Just don't get so close that the Balor can do anything to you.
No.
Okay.
I'm gonna stay with the group though.
Okay,
Yeah,
John,
like,
your turn.
get up to my level. My level at best.
I'm just gonna hang on. I gotta get my move. I'm just gonna go up to where Cross is.
All right. Moving up to where Cross is.
That's
Cross.
I'm gonna move up towards Amber. Right about here. That's all I can do.
All right.
Cross looks up at Amber. That is awesome.
I smirk.
All right. It is the Balor's turn, and he is still shaken from what Amber did. All right. Dominion moves closer to Owen. Fifth third.
I have to be within a certain range to do this, and I already figured out that I have to move up like just one or two.
25
alright.
feet-ish.
Will this hurt Owen, what you're doing?
No, I'm just casting Crushing Despair again.
Go for
Even
it.
with the spell resistance, try everything that you can to get his saving rolls down.
This, yeah.
Okay, so
Roll your
let's
caster.
see if you. Okay, so make a caster level check.
Come on.
Oh! Yep, that is enough!
Yes!
Go, girl.
That's
yeah.
what Mama was talking about.
All right. So,
You're gonna beat this thing,
okay.
Rex. You're gonna beat this thing.
Rose, it is your turn. He said get
I
closer.
Yeah, I really don't got much, so all I can do is move closer.
All right, Owen. I'm gonna assume Ivan and Jalarum dash because this is what's the. Okay, so do what you were planning to do.
Okay.
So scared.
Oh no.
Pray.
Well, first I'm in the middle of a grapple, and I have to push him away in order to do anything first, correct?
Yes.
So, do I have to do a strength check for that?
No, that can just be another grapple check.
Another grapple check. Okay.
And you unfortunately take 22 damage, 22 more damage from this thing's fire.
That's fine. I can handle 22 damage. That is perfectly fine. Now, grapple check. Grapple check. I want to push it so it's off balance. And let's hope for a good roll.
That is very, very good. All right, Owen, you push him away. Now what do you do?
Okay. Everyone needs to present their gift from their deity.
Okay.
Everyone needs to present what their deity has given them as a gift.
My gloves.
Shiloh's armor.
My sword.
My arrow.
The grimoire.
My song.
Okay.
Yes. All right.
How many different items do we have in total?
Dominia realizes what you're about to do, and she holds aloft her holy symbol.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
What is?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yes.
Oh, there's another for extreme objects?
Oh yes. Objects that this thing really, really hates.
Well, what would that do?
Oh, I think I know what you're doing.
I know what he's doing.
I don't think I do.
The Dominion symbol would be something that he hates. It's a holy symbol.
Yeah.
Well, I've already entered 7 for the first value, so what would I put in for this value?
Put in a 2.
That's 9.
Come on.
Oh,
Banishments.
Yeah.
That gonna work?
It should work.
Oh my gosh! It matched the spell resistance.
Woo! Yeah!
Okay.
That one.
That sounds like a nat 1 cackle.
I need to take a picture of this. I need to take a picture of this. I am going to remember this for all time.
When you do, upload it to the D&D chat.
Please.
Yeah, what the heck happened?
I think that was a
It rolled a nat 1 for it will save. So here's what happens. All of the holy objects begin to glow. The light shoots forth towards Owen. He starts glowing with a great light. And then all of a sudden, a beam of light shoots forth from his hands and engulfs the Balor. The Balor screams and is lifted into the air. It then explodes in a glorious flash of light.
I'm giving Owen a hug.
Everyone.
oh, you did it! I scored the dwarf. I don't care.
You said you're the cursed child. Not in my book.
We did it.
Never been so happy to be in the company of humanoids. Ah!
Everyone is. Everyone just kind of bursts into a fit of laughter because you can't do I'm so happy that you survived.
Balrog.
I think Owen right now has armor that is moldering.
I don't care.
Dragon can take it.
I don't think
Everybody hug!
Well, yeah, a couple of you tried to hug him, but you immediately it kind of saps your fingers a little bit. But Jamilia's the only one who continue to hug him.
Here, let me help. Hold on.
Oh, wait, don't you have resist? Wait, who has resistance to elements?
But I'm still so happy. I'm still so happy.
Water.
I'm dumping it
Like
on
I'm at the Super Bowl.
You're
It's
the
Gatorade top.
Yes, but unfortunately, when you rapidly cool hot metal, it cracks.
Uh-oh.
But Owen is now cooled.
Okay.
It wasn't cold
He
water.
jumps
It was
excitedly
temperature
into
water.
Jalarum's arms.
Oh.
Besides, Bert doesn't know how metal works anyway.
I tapple glop Ivan. Wait.
Yeah.
And I snuggle input.
So Jaminia says, "We survived."
And you didn't have to go helter skelter. Woo!
Nobody died!
Be the best.
But then she looks towards the corpse of Braken on the ground.
That's Cross. I didn't hear that. What did you say?
Nothing. Don't worry about it.
No, I heard it's something like everyone lives.
We all made it half through this alive.
Once. Everyone
Just this
lives.
once. Everyone
I,
lives.
did you have to?
Except Braken.
Yeah.
It's like she walks over towards Braken's corpse and kneels down and shuts his eyes.
Almost everyone.
Well,
I'm just glad we were able to keep it from being more. We were able to keep that thing from reaching the innocent people of Gatless Town, and we saved most of the dwarves' lives.
If this doesn't get on their good side, I don't know what will.
Where?
Well, maybe for you guys.
All right. Well, you see a figure appear.
all right, you.
What?
And he is sitting on the rock in a crisscross style. And he is clapping his hand.
When is this too much for you? When is the price of admission for your story too high?
Oh, I just work with what I get. I actually didn't plan for that. I improvised.
Okay. I have to know.
No, stop.
Hold on.
Okay, Jalarum, I have to know, who are you really?
That's this guy ain't flying anymore. Well, Owen, would you mind coming here for a brief sketch of a second?
Wait a minute. Your last name's Cantil, isn't it?
Can't tell, but yes.
Okay, I know who you are. My mom knows who you are.
Give me 1 second.
Cross leans over. Who is he?
Give it a second. Give it a second. You'll find out.
I have an idea, but I'm not sure.
Owen turns around. With a wave of his hand, bright lights appear.
Morgan
You see the mask. And then the cat looks at you and says, "I am a little Mara."
Called it.
Knew it.
Wait, what?
Oh.
The Cheshire Cat was Litamara.
Aletta Mara?
Owen's
deity.
Oh.
Actually,
And the one who told Solinar what Cross was up to.
Owen waves his hand. Owen waves his hand back and moves, and the Cheshire Cat transforms back into a Montelo. So I imagine you all have some questions.
Well, several and yet none.
You've been quite directly interfering for a god.
Oh no, I've just been, what's the word?
Creating.
Clever about it.
He hasn't broken the primeval.
Right. He was just giving, as they say, remember the trials? He was just giving suggestions of who should take each trial.
Indeed,
Just
indeed, the
suggestions.
choices were all yours. Every choice that every one of you has made has been yours and yours alone.
And the choice of
Solinar.
Solinar?
He frowns. Solinor's death was not planned.
What did you think would happen? Why would you set that up?
I did not intend to set that up. I just told him something that he ought to know. That is all I've ever done. And don't try and put that on me when all of you could very easily have stopped it.
Jalam's like, I'm very aware.
So yes, I would appreciate I would appreciate some no more pointing fingers here.
Just want to know why.
Well, it actually ties into a lot of things, specifically to why Owen got this curse in the first place.
The curse is real.
Yes, the curse is real. I cursed him a long time ago.
You cursed him?
Indeed.
Why? Why would you do that to one of your own followers?
He was just a baby.
Why would you do that to an innocent life?
You think I cursed him as an infant? Don't be stupid, girl. Have you not read the Primeval Pact? If I cursed him as an infant, I would have been slain by punishment.
So his mother just died in childbirth.
Yes, that was bad luck unrelated to the curse.
Oh.
I don't have control over that. But in that I saw an opportunity. What the world seems to force tragedy, especially clever gods like me, try to make something good out of it. That's what a lot of us do. We take tragedy, we take hardship, and we make it good. We make it great. So, you do know that demons all have vorpal blades, right? Do you know what a vorpal blade is? Those things are dangerous. A single lucky hit would render you decapitated. If only there were a way to make sure that luck wasn't on their side. Oh, wait.
You clever man.
Not really, just thinking one step to another. Because demons are demons. They always try to break in. I had to be ready in case they did. So that's why I always keep a person with this curse on standby. Oh yes, Walgren, you are not the first to receive this curse. You are the next in a long line of hand-picked heroes for this duty. Look at you!
I can see where the laughing mask comes from.
Simula knew from the beginning.
Simula knew about what from the beginning? You're gonna have to be very more specific.
She knew that he's vine blind.
Oh yes, she knew that he was vine blight for a long time. But that's the thing about Simula. She is playing a game. A very, very long game. And not revealing Owen's true identity was part of her game. It was fun for her.
What are we going to do about Jaminia? Where is she?
You mean Simula?
Where is the Jaminia? I keep saying the wrong name. Bite my tongue. Where is he keeping Simula?
I would imagine he's keeping Simula in Directian. I mean, if I were a betting man, and I am.
Why would he take her again when he went to so much trouble to discard her for us to find?
A little Mara shrugs. I truly don't know.
Dominion's headache.
We're not omniscient. We are not omniscient. We are not omniscient beings. That's why I have a network. That's why I have a network of spies and people to give me material.
Wait. You mean the guild?
Yes, they are a part of it.
Guess they carry on the family tradition, as it were.
Well, you won't be in my sect. You'll probably be in Erwin's sect. But Owen, you've been shockingly quiet. I'm dying to hear what you're thinking. I really don't like to use the detect thoughts spell. I find it a rather tacky practice.
That would depend on exactly what they want to know.
No, I was wondering if you wanted to know anything from me.
I've known you for many decades. And I've learned firsthand that you give me exactly what I need to hear when I need to hear it, and nothing more. And I've grown to accept that.
And then you see a little Mara sigh. Oh, finally! It took you forever! Well, I know it's been hard, Vorgrin, but I'm glad you were able to finally accept this. So, you finally know what the purpose of your gift is for. You no longer call it a curse. You can call it a gift now. And it was just a plan all the time. And here's the thing you should know, Vorgrin. I am a storyteller. And the thing about writing a story is a good writer always has a purpose for each character in the story. Everyone plays a part, even the seemingly useless character. Remember when you were under my tutelage and I told you dozens of grand tales? Did you not notice a recurring pattern? They all had happy endings. No matter how bleak, dreary, or doom-filled they are, no matter how much the protagonist fell on hard times, he always got his happy ending. Or her, ladies, I'm not sexist. Sometimes. Off topic, what was it? Yes. But yes, Vorgrin, this isn't a duty I just give to someone willy-nilly. I have always had a hard luck hero on standby, and I usually favor outcasts for this sort of thing. But there's one big criteria that I use to test each person. You're the only one who could talk to me and stay sane!
How lovely.
What just happened?
You should probably see it. You should probably see a dentist about those choppers.
Kitty got big.
The life you led, Vorgrin, may not have been the one you wanted, but it was something that was needed. Anyway, I must be off. I have more stories to write. But before I go, you know there's something you need to tell your friends. And what they do afterwards is the fault of your lack of trust. Time to accept responsibility for your actions. Toodles!
That guy scares me.
I like him.
That's an understatement, Jalarum.
He still plays the main instrument, though.
Once a kitty, always a kitty.
Ivan, seriously.
All right.
Silver lining.
Fairthorn's looking at Owen, and she has her arms folded.
All right. Rayan came back. Rayan comes back, and off in the distance, you see that Gatless Town is being evacuated.
Oh boy.
I got everybody out.
That's
I told them that there was something going on with a Balor, and I got everybody out. Is everyone okay? It's gone, but I mean, is everybody okay?
Yes, everything's all right, Rayan.
Rayan, that was excellent for you to do. That was the best call you could have made.
Absolutely.
You're a little buddy.
I don't know where all they're going, but they're gonna stay out for a little while. Maybe it would be. I know you have to do something at Directian, but maybe now would be a good time. I don't know. I don't know anymore. I heard him talking.
It's okay. Hey, come here.
He was the one who told Solinor. And he hurt Owen, and he is the one who. Yes, had a hand in Solinor, but Solinor.
Hey, Brain, there's no use for pointing fingers now.
I don't like him.
Rain, Solinor's death is in the past. It's best not to carry it with us.
Rather, we learned from it. Oh, sorry. I didn't realize Lucid was still perched on me.
Considering how many mistakes we made, the best option now is just to learn from what happened.
I know, but
We
He
can
was
remember
still-
him, but
he was still a part of our souls. And
as Alitamara is a part of Owen's.
Ryan goes over and hugs Owen. I don't care. I don't care.
Hugs.
You helped save my dad and keep him safe all the time. You deserve all the hugs.
Yeah.
Do you want that cookie now?
Oh,
I can't with this boy!
victory cookie.
Owen, take the cookie. Take the cookie, Owen.
Every snack.
I have other things I need to do first.
Oh, for
Yeah,
Pete's
everyone who is unfortunately, you see storm clouds beginning to roll in.
Huh?
Oh, lovely.
Right. All right.
Now we've got an
Camille looks up and says, "I think that's probably from hugging Owen."
Let's get back to Gatlas. I mean, there's probably still a few people left in there. We could probably.
Yeah.
storm will
If
be
we-
worth it.
Let's stay at the fox. Is it possible we stay at the foxhole? It should be a safer place.
Yeah.
Well, the city is probably going to be empty for a while, so anywhere
Perhaps
is
it's
probably
just
our
as well.
playground.
It's probably just as well that it's empty right now,
Yeah,
considering what's coming.
Yeah.
worth it.
Yeah,
All right.
Dad, I know that you want me to be safe. I'll go home in the morning.
All right.
I love you, Dad.
I love you too, son. Don't forget that.
I know.
All right. The storm clouds roll in. You head back to you're heading back to Gatlas. You head back to Gatlas Town. The streets are very, very empty.
Johnson, I haven't seen the streets this empty since since Wind Breath decided to falsely imprison people for the tax surplus.
It's almost like a ghost town in here.
I like it.
The fewer people that are here right now, the better.
The fewer people that are here, the fewer people that can be harmed.
I just hope the citizens are going to someplace safe.
We have to trust that they are.
We've done all that we can here.
We still have to meet up with the leaders.
I imagine.
Hopefully, after hearing what happened, Okram and his dwarven army will.
I have some words I would like to say to Orkram personally.
Oh yeah, we need to collect some blueberries.
That shouldn't be too
Golgari should have some.
Yeah, I would think so.
Yeah, go.
Well, I mean, even Gatlas Town, if we get a fruit stand.
Let us just find King Orkram.
All right. You head back and you see movement coming from inside the tavern.
All right,
Look through
Let's
the
go
window.
to the tavern.
Yeah, let's go in and figure out what's up.
All right.
Ray's
You
got
head into the tavern.
Oh, look, it's
King,
what's his name?
Enzio.
Enzio.
King Orkram, 2 guards. You see these guards trying to nurse a lot of the wounds that these dwarves have taken.
I'm going to go right up to Orkram.
Careful there.
Do you see now? Your xenophobia is what caused this. If you had heeded us from the beginning, you would not have lost your captain of the guard. So many of your men would not be suffering these wounds. If you had accepted that there is more to the world than your pride,
Well, if there's anything we've learned, it's that the greatest lessons in life come from mistakes. And King, are you not prideful enough to admit that you have made a mistake here, considering everything that's happened?
He looks over at his wounds and he looks over at his men. He leans his head back in the cot and he says, "I understand."
Good. Now, are you willing to learn from what happened?
He gives a quiet nod.
Good.
We're still facing that demon you saw, that dark creature. It is but a sample of what awaits the entire world, including your people, if we do not stop Arcus Wormwood.
So we're asking for your hand in alliance now, before any harm has to come to you, your people, or anyone else.
Orkram looks up at you and says, "I can't move my arms."
Well, a symbolic gesture, a symbolic handshake is just fine.
We can definitely work with that.
Enzio looks and says, "Yes, we can't. Unfortunately, we can't move these people. They're a little too heavily injured to move safely. So we decided. So I took a couple of my most loyal guards and we stayed behind."
Great.
It's
And
understandable.
and the bartender actually says, "And I ain't leaving people when they need some smiles on their faces. Yeah, but I didn't expect some guests."
Well said.
So Enzio looks up and says, "Yeah, we heard the scream from outside the city. I take it you won." And he also looks at Owens like, sort of.
My dad's team always wins.
Speaking of Owen, why didn't you tell us any of this before? I know this is going to sound strange coming from me, of all people. Why didn't you trust us with the truth once we learned about Vorgren Vineblight?
Owen moves over to the king.
Yeah, you notice that the king is actually flinching a little bit from you.
You and I have very personal history. Very painful history. I know that you've spent many decades hating me.
Why?
Because I was
died, Panther.
I was responsible for the death of his son. Or rather, my curse was responsible for the death of his son.
That explains the wanted posters. That explains the regicide.
Throughout my entire life, I've been ostracized by Dwarven society. Everyone knew me as the cursed child. Everyone was terrified of even drawing near to me. Orkram tolerated my presence only because of my father's high standing in the court. But I spent so many years in Optimar, very much alone.
I know what that's like.
You all do.
Anyone who ever drew close to me, anyone who ever even accidentally brushed up against me, could have something as simple as a trip and fall flat on their face, or at the very worst, fall into an endless chasm never to be seen again. All because of bad luck.
What happened to his son?
Orkram doesn't really respond.
You hid it from us to protect us then?
Everyone that I have ever met in my entire life, who ever knew about my curse, became afraid, and with very good reason. It didn't matter if I took a path of trying to heal their wounds after these many accidents. It wouldn't take long for anyone to discover for themselves that I was the source of all of these accidents that were happening to them just by my presence.
Well, Owen, if it makes you feel any better, I'm a lot less afraid of you now than I was when we first met.
To be honest, though, and if it's any consolation, I don't really see your curse as bad luck for our group. If anything, your curse has brought us closer than we've ever been.
It goes much deeper than that.
Before that happens, you see him appear. It's like, yes, and I'll be here to fact check. And also, number one, the bad luck was not the cause of your son's death. Everyone just assumed it was.
Oh?
He props his feet up on the table and takes a swig of ale. Ah, good stuff.
Rayan moves away from him. He's not. He doesn't like him.
Same.
But yes, keep going.
I was going to say, if your curse has actually brought about some positive change, you can't definitively call it nothing but bad luck. To be honest, all the trials and tribulations that we've gone through, whether they've been caused by your bad luck or not, they've brought us closer as a team.
Care to elaborate on this bad blood misinterpretation? Either of you?
Ivan, do you remember a moment in the Wizard's Tower?
Yes, I do.
I remember casting very light healing magic on both you and Amber right before you entered an extremely nasty trap room. Do you remember what happened?
Yes, I do.
I remember we got him out.
Well, Amber would have died were it not
for you.
Another spell I had cast early on in the day.
And you saved her life, basically.
I saved her from something that I had caused.
Even if that trap room could have cost one of our teammates her lives, you redeemed yourself. It was because of a spell that you cast that Amber did not die.
I have run into others who were not so fortunate. I've lived much longer than most of you, and I have lived a very solitary life because of that.
Mr. Owen, you were worried about telling your friends, but it seems like they still care about you, no matter what you did.
Of course.
I needed them to rely on me before they found out what a danger I was. I needed them to see me as their one saving grace against an unseen danger. I needed them to rely on me so much that even when they found out about my curse, they would not reject me as so many others have throughout the years.
They see you as a savior? I thought they just saw you as a friend.
We do see you as a friend.
You don't need to be the most important being on the face of the planet for people to not want to send you away.
Ooh! Ow! Oh! Ow! Sorry.
What's ow about?
What the heck happened?
What happened?
My husband leaned in to give me a kiss, and we got shocked from it.
There's all the puns.
All the puns. The electric love.
So, Jalram, that's why you don't go in all the time. That's why you're always in the back.
Okay.
How many times have I gone front and center against a big bad right alongside Amber?
Every time.
Not every time, but more than a few.
But no, I'm talking about when we're exploring a dungeon, or the first thing that comes to mind is the Wizard's Tower. You're always in the every time we're in a conversation, you're always in the back.
I can see that your gears are turning, but my meaning it goes far deeper than that. So, perhaps we should all gather in
you see a Montello conjure a cone. Get on with it!
Thank you!
Perhaps we should gather in a more secluded corner.
Very well.
Amber, perhaps it would be best if you turn back to your human form.
I like this form. Makes me feel safe.
I know what that's like.
Okay.
The bartender brings you a cup.
A cup of what?
In the more secluded
A cup of water.
Okay, thank you.
That works.
Is everybody coming?
Cross.
I have no control, so sure.
Well, I
Wait,
don't know if Rain is gonna really be affected by this, but he can listen in. Everyone else, though, they've certainly been affected by this.
You see Lidamara look at Amber, and Lidamara is going like, kind of gesturing to go over to the table.
You're gonna want to be a part of this, Amber. Trust me.
Yeah. You see his gestures are getting a little more exaggerated.
You can sit next to me.
Anything to make you leave me alone.
All right. As I've said, Jalaram, I can see your gears are turning, and you're starting to get on the right track. However, I need to make it clear that when I first entered this group, I didn't know what to think of any of you. However, I did have a mission. I needed to stay within the good graces of the group. I needed each of you to depend on me, and only me, for a danger that you had no defense against.
Owen.
So you knew the risk of the mission from the start.
I knew what...
Lidamara leans back in his chair. Owen, they couldn't figure out who you were for the longest time. I think you need to spell it out for them.
You've always assumed that I've been the one keeping you safe at night. Haven't you?
Have you not been?
Consider for...
Lidamara falls out of his chair. Oh, come on!
I know what's going. I think I know what's going on here.
Been keeping us safe from you.
Consider for a moment, what danger were you really in at night?
Just a bad dream.
To be honest, nothing more than a nightmare.
It was important to me that, one, I made sure that each of you were to depend on me before you found out about my curse.
So you've said 6 times.
And two, that you focused your frustrations on the warden. And 3, that each of you would learn something essential about the mission we're on and what's important.
You did the dreams.
You're the one who caused the nightmares.
And then you see Lidamara go, finally!
It makes sense. The warden wouldn't have had that power himself.
It was you the whole time?
None of you were ever in any real danger in your dreams. But it was a very effective way at getting be able to talk to at least a few of you. And it had some unintended consequences that, honestly, I never saw coming. The very first dream, where I made Amber so afraid and so beside herself, led to Ivan wanting to comfort her. Something I never would have honestly thought of. But that was the initial spark that brought the two of them together, wasn't it? I suppose it's another way of Oli Damara showing me that there are many purposes that we cannot see to the actions we take. But that was not my intention.
You see a Lidamara kind of giving like a quiet squeak.
They do grow up so fast. Anyway.
My intention was that you would depend on me before you found out about my curse and pushed me away. It's like I said to young Rain, we all have our worst sides that we don't want to show to others. But we can't hold on to that forever, especially to those who trust in us most. Of course, now Simula knows that that was what I was doing as well. She figured it out when Jalarum had spilled the beans somewhat.
Wait, Simula's bad? I just thought you guys didn't like her very much.
It's complicated, Ryan.
Oh, she only threw us in an arena, made us battle other creatures and other beings, then proceeded to use us as pawns in her game, including manipulating your idiotic of a father into the dark side.
Wait, she did all that?
Of course, it was your father's choice to make that, but yeah.
Well, he's already chosen to move on from that, and he's going to try and fix it. We threw
He
away
chose
the
poorly.
We threw away the bow together. But Mr. Owen, I told you they'd still care. They're still here, and you did something positive. So
I think a few of them are too stubborn not to care.
Jaminia looks at you and says, "This reminds me of something that happened. This reminds me a lot of what happened to me, Owen, or Vorgrin. Owen. I'm just going to call you Owen."
I left behind the name Vorgrin a long, long time ago.
That's great.
It's like Oli Damara said, he never really liked the letter V, and I wanted to leave that name behind as well. So, when you remove the V out of Vorgrin and the V out of Vine,
Oh my
God! No! I hate you!
Anyways, you could imagine a moment where Owen does an I am Lord Voldemort moment in the air.
that looks
How's that tinfoil hat fitting right now, Claire?
Tinfoil's gone. I think she took it, tore up, and stopped on it.
No, it's only, I've got a lot of tinfoil hats in the closet, don't you worry.
Anyway, Jaminia says, "Well, I'd be a pretty massive hypocrite if I was to treat you with disdain."
As I tried to say before, I feared you far more when I first met you than I do now.
You all have to realize that every single time I lay my hands to heal your wounds, bad luck will come with it.
Well,
You have to understand that risk, especially in the middle of a battle.
Jaminia says, "Well, now that we're aware of it, I think we can better defend against it."
Exactly. Learn from the past.
I'll do more to help, but
battle.
Or maybe we could actually use the bad luck to our advantage, if possible.
You never know what can turn the tide of a battle. I mean, me simply making the opponents feel bad with my despair spell has done some amazing things. And your bad luck has kept those Vorpal blades, did he call them? Not from killing us, so I don't see any reason this should change anything.
And even so, with this new prestige of becoming an assassin of the Dagger of Light, I can learn all these new things about poisons and what to use on all these opponents to help us out. I mean, not necessarily kill them all, because I don't want to go anything for like constitution damage, but making them weak so we can have them listen to us or have them surrender.
Anything and everything that we have at our disposal, from a simple quarterstaff to a bad luck curse, any one of these things could be what turns the tide of what's coming. And it's going to wind up being up to us whether that turn is for better or for ill.
at most, I could try to heal a little bit more if it'll make you feel more comfortable, but in battle, you're still the best one out of us, and I'm not going to take that for granted.
And besides, we lived this long under it. Now that we're aware of it, I think we can actually do better.
Hypothetically, theoretically.
So,
Although I will put a motion forth that you no longer tug on anyone's ears.
I'll do it for you.
You guys have to understand that when you are acting foolish, ignorant, or just plain stupid, my personality is just going to get the better of me. That's what I'm going to do.
That's what we like about you.
That's Jimmy looks at you and is like, hey, he can't help it that there's a lot to grab there.
Oh, excuse me, excuse me, Your Highness. I would not talk about long ears if I were you.
So, remember what I did on the boat on the way to Autumn Fire Island? A thing that me and the Dishonor Brigade did right before every mission. Show a sign of solidarity. I offer that same sign of solidarity as I place my left hand in the center of the table.
This time, Rose actually participates.
Fairthorn puts her hand forward too.
Jaminia does as well.
Me too.
Me too.
Cross,
Owen.
Dad?
are you muted? Hang on.
Zach.
Zach. Toon's muted.
Oh.
Unmute, you bloody...
I'm here.
There you
Okay. All right.
Frost does so, hesitates for a moment, but then puts his hand in.
Right.
Amber, Owen.
Are you prepared to watch as this table might disintegrate below us if I'm touching all of your hands at once?
I, for one, could use a bit of math.
It's like Alidamara looks up at you like, it's a curse of bad luck, not BS.
Putting a little bit of fear into them, that's all.
It's a risk we're willing to take. We've got enough gold, we can tip the barkeep.
Amber looks at Owen, places a claw on his shoulder without hesitation, then puts her other claw on the others.
And Lucid hops in and lands on top of everyone's hands.
All right, everybody is taking that risk. Owen is just looking up, rolling his eyes. What are these guys putting on themselves?
I'll reinforce the table just in case.
So, what's going to happen next, I wonder?
Definitely am not happy with manipulating my dreams. Because of you, I have a phobia.
I already knew you had that phobia before the dream. That's why I used the dream.
Amber, I remember at the stadium, at the arena, you were the only one who screamed.
I blow smoke at Faethor to shut her up.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, when you do that, you place your claws on the table and the whole table collapses.
You're kidding me.
There it is.
Wow. Well, then,
and unfortunately, all of your legs are trapped under the table, and you're having a little trouble maneuvering out.
Oh, crap.
Oh boy.
Jeebus.
Well, what can you do?
Crabba-dabba.
You
Hang
see
on.
Alidamara walk by, and he gives a very exaggerated bow. And with that, I exit stage. He licks his finger. North.
No. Oh.
We'll meet you there.
Cross looks over at Owen.
I'm lifting this bloody table off of us.
Owen.
Alright, the barkeep looks at it and said, oh no.
Well,
We'll
How much?
pay for it. Sorry.
Yes.
We have a men's spell.
I'll pay for it.
Well, actually, we have a men's
will.
spell.
Oh yes, we have a
I
men's
can use mending if we need to.
Oh yeah, go for it.
Alright.
I could also use wood chip. See if that helps.
And now, with all of that done, that is the end of the chapter.
I hate you two so much.
You guys are monsters, and I had words for Owen.
I hate you. I hate you both. Hate you both.
So,
I love this music so much.
I honestly was hoping that along the way, through these many, many sessions, at least one person would figure out who Owen really was.
We're a bunch of stupids. What do you want?
Well, actually, initially I thought you were actually Oledamara.
Oledamara.
Okay,
Speaking of which, I'd like to apologize for my everything this match. I actually knew the fact that I completely forgot it.
That's okay.
No, it's fine.
Finn, I appreciate that you did not give that secret away because I was deathly afraid that you would let that slip. And I would not be able to have this reveal later.
I actually had a really big, I was gonna say a quote to Owen, once everybody had left, and maybe I'll just save it for next time. Again, it explains why he didn't reveal it.
All
Okay,
right.
that works. But yeah, no, I didn't see it coming. It was not in my tinfoil hat because I just didn't foresee that you and Josh would have schemed together that much.
Oh.
Why not? Okay,
No.
that thought process off the bat.
No. That Owen's backstory would that heavily influence our own story. No one else's backstory influences it nearly that much.
Excuse me.
No, it does. No, but it doesn't. Like that. There's setup like that. It's not the same with anybody else.
That's true.
The setup. I wouldn't like the Borgren Owen. It wasn't gonna happen. And screw you for the freaking V and
I gave you so many hints in the chat. I said, I really love anagrams.
And I told you I
Well,
suck
hey,
at
we
them.
were missing letters for the anagram.
I told you flat out that I suck at anagrams. And that the only reason I found out about my own deity is because she wasn't an anagram, she was a nickname. If she had been an anagram, I wouldn't have got it, but she was a nickname.
Well, yeah, I tried anagrams with Alana and I couldn't find one I liked.
Helena?
And that's
I don't think that would work.
but yeah.
All right.
Besides, I just thought Lana sounded better.
It did.
Well, did any of you have any idea about the nightmares?
I
No.
did not.
Yes.
I honestly thought it was the warden.
No,
I legit
actually,
thought that was the warden.
it had crossed my mind.
It had. At what
Yeah.
point? Do tell.
At the point, and Josh is gonna hate me, when Josh flat out said Owen's not getting one because Owen has figured everything out and it would be pointless. I was like, why? And then I was like, but he's a dream dwarf. He has complete control over the dreamscape. It had crossed my mind. I will not say, however, that I latched onto it in any way, shape, or form. but it was in there somewhere.
But yes, when you all freaked out when Owen stepped forward.
I can't. Why
Oh,
did we
God.
freak out?
Yeah, actually, when I saw, I was like, wait, is he not? I actually thought it was like, who is it? Oh, no.
And Doc probably knows this. I had already foreseen that there was a relationship between Owen and Borgren. So that whole first conversation, I was like, okay, but wait. I was like, because I had figured out
My wiki
Owen
will
and not
sing
Borgren, not
with
Borgren.
information.
I'm sorry, not Borgren. It was the other guy.
Verda.
Burdock. That or
Like, it
Owen
was
and
obvious-
Burdock
I mean-
would have had a close relationship in their
Yeah,
past. So
obviously,
their
for
first,
him to just so comfortably and casually assume that form without much thought.
yeah, don't pretend you weren't part of that conspiracy theory cult too, Missy. But that they had that they clearly had a close relationship, and that Burdock was the father or brother or something of Borgren. But I hadn't quite put those two facts together.
Hey,
Yeah.
this you two should be proud. That's the benchmark. Claire puts pins in the wildest theories, and the fact that this had not even crossed her radar shows how
That I'm an idiot.
Tinfoil hat.
Sweetie, you came up with some very intriguing ideas, and I kept
Yes, and that
Tell us more.
exercise the brain.
They're all stupid though.
No,
No, they weren't. Claire,
You're-
that's the
hey.
point. You come up with brilliant theories.
Yeah, it's just that your logic was okay. Your logic was sound. All right.
Uh huh.
It's like I gave you as many. It's like your premises were not false. There were no There were no really. You didn't see something and sought for something other than what it was.
You didn't go Illuminati on it, basically.
I didn't? Oh, that's only because you haven't heard of a few of my theories. That's the point.
All right. But yes, how'd you guys enjoy the Balor fight?
I hate
Terrified.
But
I felt so helpless.
I love the Jaminia Owen battle for power. That was awesome. That was the smashing heads. That was amazing.
Y'all can act, I swear.
Yeah.
Okay, question: how many people enjoyed the prestige moment with Jalrum?
Oh, I almost
Really
cried.
Okay, I've been freaking, like, literally, I've been crying and having panic attacks about the moment. Like I knew that the handle was booby-trapped. Literally, that's what I was freaking out in the chat last night, because I was like, oh my gosh.
Was that what that was about?
Yeah,
Yes.
but honey, you really had that little faith in Jalrum?
No,
You had that little faith in the way I play my character.
Anxiety plus depression plus late at night plus having a bad day at work plus bad D&D session equals me not very stable.
Speaking of not very
That's
stable.
one heck of an equation.
Yep.
Speaking of not very stable, what'd you guys think of Ivan?
Holy
Oh, really enjoyed
I
it.
love it.
Showing emotion! Oh my gosh!
Well, this
Wonderful.
poor guy's been happy all his life, so.
No, I'm a fan of it. It's
Yeah,
like
absolutely.
Ivan's only ever had one real note throughout the entire game, and it's good that he is showing other settings. It's like, yes, I know he's a gnome, but he's more human now because of it. 'Cause he's gone through some crap at this point, and it's natural that that's going to affect him and change him.
Yeah, no, I love it.
And the funny thing is, he's been happy all his life, and it's like, it's not like he doesn't want these emotions to be in him, he doesn't understand them, he doesn't really get them, like, to the point where literally the emotions are clashing for dominance in him.
Maybe it's Faye's turn to help out.
Well, so yes. What was play of the game?
The banishment.
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 That's not even a question.
How many of you could actually tell what my plan was before I actually got to it?
Once you
started asking for all
for the items. When
yeah,
you
that's when
you
I
were
was
like,
like,
oh,
I know what
the items,
spell
the
is he
disagreeable
doing.
items.
Oh my gosh.
I remembered that was a question when you used it with elementals, the disagreeable items or whatever, and I was like, oh.
I think we hit that realization at the exact same time.
Same time, we both went, oh.
Yeah. So I think you all will be very excited to know that you all have reached 105,000 experience points.
Yes!
Woo!
And that means you all gain level 15.
Fine.
Yay!
I will be forever young.
I'll be slightly better. Slightly better by trap sets.
I'm
No,
so
that-
happy
Oh,
now.
oh wait, I don't forget the prestige. I have to trap sets work out.
Yeah, we gotta give you. I gotta both give you and Cross different levels.
Sweet.
All right. I have a question for everybody. When you guys were buffing me with every spell and song you could think of, what did you think I was going to do with the Balor?
I had
thought you were gonna
feeling
punch
you
it.
were gonna, like, charge at it.
No,
I thought you were just gonna
were.
punch it.
You said you were going to use your gift against it. I thought you were just gonna, like, I don't know, super curse touch it or something. Like you were gonna give it a big hug and somehow it would be so cursed it would, I don't know.
Yeah, no, it was
Disintegrate it.
pretty obvious that you were gonna like bull rush it or something, but I didn't think of anything beyond that.
I
I knew that it had to
make
do with
sure-
grappling it.
I need
But
to make sure that both Amber's Intimidate and Phaethurin's Crushing Despair were successful to bring the saving throws down. But the Balor has some incredibly high saving throws and magic resistance.
that one though.
That nat one.
I know. What the?
He literally took a photo.
Yes.
It was a photo finish.
We were praying. We were
I need
praying.
to put that into the chat.
We were
praying to the D&D
our
gods. We were literally praying to the D&D gods, and that gave us the nat one.
It worked. Prayer works.
Who knows? Maybe I could have had the nat 1 on my banishment.
Yeah,
skill.
no. How about we don't? How
That's
about
not,
we don't?
That was the one.
Talking about things
All
that.
right, I need to see this
you
photo.
know,
I need to see it. I want to make.
Just think if the other D&D party didn't buy me this dice, this probably wouldn't have happened.
Yeah. Is that? Yeah, that's one of your pony dice, huh?
Yep.
Yeah, that's right.
I was listening.
Woo.
But yes, so you all have
I know one spell I'm gonna learn.
Well, I have to figure out.
yes,
I have to figure out my spells.
Yeah.
So yes, that is the end. That is the end of the session. I hope you all had a lot of fun. I think it's good time to cut here.
Yeah.
I'm going to
Boys, go to bed.
I'm going to go
I
lay
have
down and
I
I'm
have
not
one
getting
more
up.
fun fact for Sweetie, because Sweetie
Oh no.
has brought up this one thing about Owen, which she thought was really interesting, and the very few facts she knows about Owen. The fact that he does not drink alcohol.
Yeah.
Yeah, now it makes sense.
And the fact that his father is so slobbering drunk all the time.
Yep.
Yeah, you thought that was just
Yeah,
talking about being uncomfortable with playing a character who drinks.
No. I would have normally if it wasn't for the fact that Owen didn't seem to have a hesitation about gambling. Like I was like, no, there may be something with, but no, 2 plus 2 did not equal 5. I didn't put it
Want to
together.
know why I brought in?
Equaled salmon.
Do you want to know why I brought in that card playing that one session? I wanted to give you guys a chance to notice bad luck.
Oh my god.
I figured that was it. I mean, right now I'm figuring it. I'm thinking
Yeah,
back and I'm going,
because
oh yeah, gambling equals
That's a really
bad luck.
subtle,
Yeah.
really subtle way to implement
That
it.
I was taking cards from his hand. I am taking a card from his hand. I am touching his hand. I want to make emphasis on that.
Oh, and he got, yeah, that makes sense. Now it does. Obviously, I didn't pick up on that at the time. But as we've been talking about it, I went, and then the gambling and bad luck and
Now I get it.
Now it all comes together.
Like I said, we're a bunch of stupids.
All right, but yes, I
We're a
think
bunch
it's
of
a good
stupid
time to
fucking
end the session now.
I think it is about time we need to
Chris has been waiting for me to come to dinner for an hour.
All right. So, thank you, everybody. We have been planning this for a very, very long time. Josh and me in particular. And I know that everybody's having a lot of fun, and I'm sure you guys are going to be frustrated with us over a number of other things over the coming weeks.
But yes, okay, yeah, the next 2 sessions are gonna be like big. So I think let's cut it off here.
All right. Take care, everybody, and thank you for taking part.
I hate you both.
Adios.